Hello, greetings from MIT OpenCourseWare-centric World University and School, MIT OpenCourseWare-centric Wiki, WUAS, on Monday, September 16th, 2024 at 10 a.m. Eastern Time, 7 a.m. Pacific Time, California, Oregon, Washington, British Columbia, similar, and 7:30 p.m. India time. If you'd like to join this, check your time converter from whatever of 200 countries you might be in. As we wait to see if people will join us, I'd like to wish you a happy yoga good morning. And yoga meditation is something I do every morning, first thing upon rising. And World University and School, which sticker I'm holding up with 4 URLs for both World University and School.org on our first wing, and the WUAS Academic Press Educational Services Stores as our second wing, the WS Corporation, and related Twitter feeds, seeks to develop approaches to yoga as well. We have a yoga wiki school subject in English so far. We're also building, in some ways, out of a Reed College education, undergraduate education, which I went to, and I'm wearing a Reed College t-shirt. I'm standing up a little bit with the Reed word down in the bottom, and there's a picture of a griffin on my t-shirt. In seeking to develop our undergraduate curriculum, possibly with a first year humanities 101 course that all students would take online anew from their homes, studying the ancient Greek world, the emergence of critical thinking and science and democracy and poetry and drama and the nation state, and so much more that has given rise to our current societies in all 200 countries. So to begin with today's WUAS news and question and answer, I would like to first share agenda item 0 regarding the recording of last week's Monday, September 9th, 2024, World University and School WS News and Question and Answer, hashtag grow with Google PGH, Pittsburgh, hashtag grow with Google for open, free, MIT OpenCourseWare-centric World University and Schools. Video recording is posted. Check out the Roaring Plains West in West Virginia Wilderness blog post from last Monday to see this video and potentially the transcription into text via AI and similar if you would choose instead to read it. Agenda item 1. So WUS University Research Libraries with onboarding with Grow with Google Pittsburgh. How would this work? So a set of tweets in these regards. How best to grow the World University and School major university research? Hashtag WUAS libraries in Twitter, in each of all 200 countries and in all 7,164 living languages and more languages, extinct languages, languages that might yet emerge anew. And in a hashtag realistic virtual earth for libraries, and regarding the incredible Tulify AI article, hashtag Tulify AI WUAS, from Peter Norvig, hashtag Peter Norvig on Twitter too. Check out these hashtags. And with onboarding with hashtag grow with Google, hashtag grow with Google PGH, and the wiki subject at World University and School for library resources, wiki.worlduniversityandschool/wiki/library_researchers, resources, capital L, capital R. And 4 out of World University and School's 7 Twitter feeds. So World University and School Twitter feed, WORLDUNIVANDSCH, but not, for example, the WUS Press, which is our Twitter feed for the academic press at World University and School, the WUS Corporation, the for-profit general stock company. So this set of tweets refers to the nonprofit wing, 501c3 wing of World University and School. So how best to grow the World University and School major university research WUS libraries in each of all 200 countries and in all 7,164 plus languages and in a realistic virtual earth for libraries. So Google Books too, hashtag Google Books. The Google Book Project sought to digitize, I think, an amazing number and array of books some years ago. And in what ways could World University and School develop with that and for our libraries, online research libraries, for students and universitarians in all 200 countries and in their main languages. And also regarding my upcoming book, hashtag Soch Info Tech and the Global Univ, the Society Information Technology and the Global University book, where I hope to grow further in writing this book, these major university research WUAS libraries. Agenda item 2, WUS law schools and Stanford Law Codex further. So there was a great first presentation of the autumn term last Thursday, and I replied after to Roland Vogel, the director of Stanford Law Codex, and Bill Marino, Cambridge University computer science PhD student who has some degrees from the United States as well, from Brown University and Cornell University and Yale University, and Maria Ostrova in Armenia, and regarding her and her projects, Judge AI Coders. Thank you so much for your excellent Stanford Law Codex presentations Thursday, September 12th, 2024, and the Stanford Law Codex Twitter feed, which is at Codex Stanford. And a blog post from last Friday about this in the Rock Creek Wilderness Siuslaw National Forest blog post. So dear Roland and all, here's the beginning Creative Commons Law wiki subject in English at MIT OpenCourseWare Centric Wiki World University and School, and linked with the 200 played online law schools at WUAS. In the related beginning wiki law school in the USA in English, worlduniversityandschool.org/wiki/world_university_law_school. Thanks. For your information, MIT OpenCourseWare Centric Wiki World University and School WUAS, of which I'm the founder, is building on CC4 licensed MIT OpenCourseware courses, ocw.mit.edu, now in about 5 languages, for free to students online from home WUAS degrees, including law degrees in each of all 200 countries, as well as free Bachelor, PhD, MD, IB high school or similar for 16 to 19-year-olds perhaps, AS, Associate of Arts, Associates of Sciences, 2 years undergraduate degree and master's degrees, and accrediting potentially too, with Middle States Commission on Higher Education, with offices in the greater Philadelphia, Pennsylvania area, and licensing with the state of Pennsylvania's Department of Education. CC4 licensing of MIT OpenCourseware allows anyone to, 1, share, 2, adapt, for example, add it to AI, but 3, non-commercially, and hence WUAS's free to students degrees. WS is also building on and growing with CC3 Yale Open courses at oyc.yale.edu/courses. And for example, see the Environmental Studies and Law course from Yale in these regards. And CC4, quote, CS First with Google at World University and School course for your information. And that URL to learn this or teach the Scratch programming language, a visual programming language out of the MIT Media Lab and also furthered by the Harvard Graduate School of Education. That URL is csfirst.withgoogle.com. And thanks, Maria and all, so much for your great and timely Judge AI presentation. That URL, I think out of Armenia, the country in Eastern Europe, Southeast Europe, judgeai.space. And an interesting 1-minute YouTube describing how Judge AI works. And how best to collaborate further with Stanford Law Codex and in each of all 200 countries at hashtag WUASUNIVS. Thanks, Scott McLeod. And with a few of the WS beginning law schools and some wiki subjects regarding law too, including space law and Creative Commons law. And the law schools, the beginning law schools, planned and main languages in them include Afghanistan Law School at WUAS, Brazil Law School at WUAS, China Law School at WUAS, Egypt Law School at WUAS, India Law School at WUAS, Jamaica Law School at WUAS, Mexico Law School at WUAS, and the World University Law School, which is likely to be for the USA, but it will have links potentially to all 200 countries beginning law schools. And the US state initial law school of one of 50, the Iowa Law School at WUAS. And again, you can find these all at World University Law School at wiki.worlduniversityandschool.org/wiki World University Law School. So Roland, further, PPS, thanks again for inviting Codex participants to ask for needs. MIT OpenCourseware-centric wiki needs to begin to develop our 250 online WUAS law schools as LLMs, large language models, think artificial intelligence and machine learning based law schools, and in all 200 countries and 50 US states, and maybe in each of all of the states in all 200 countries or their parallels, and in space, and for maritime law as well, for the seas and oceans and international law, and to hire faculty as well in each of all 200 countries and in their main languages. But WUAS isn't needing this just yet. Please stay tuned, and thank you so much for Stanford Law Codex, and particularly this initial autumn 2024 Stanford Law Codex meeting last Thursday. Agenda item 3, a China FDA, Food and Drug Administration, and possible WUAS robotics opportunities in China too, and with Peking University. See the Rock Creek Wilderness Siuslaw National Forest in Oregon blog post from, I think, last Friday in these regards. So after the Stanford Law Codex meeting on Thursday afternoon, newly at 5 p.m. on the east coast of the US, 2 p.m. on the west coast, Stanford APARC, South Asia, held another online Stanford event. Today, Healthcare, Tech, Innovation, and Policy. And 4 professors from the University of Peking, or the Peking University Institute, shared some approaches that Peking University was taking. Xianyan Lei, Min Yu, Benny Liu, Jiaman Yang, all spoke. And after seeing their presentations, and for example, one presenter talking about a China Food and Drug Administration, which attempts to build out of, I think, the USA's FDA, Food and Drug Administration. I saw, on behalf of World University and School, so many opportunities for WUS in China, and also regarding longevity, genetic pharmaceuticals, possibly in the China FDA, and possibly World University and School providing graduates who could further develop this institution in China, help develop, perhaps become employed, perhaps Chinese graduates of WUS, and help build out the China FDA in rigorous ways, which would be very different, with a very different set of laws than the FDA in the USA, and regarding innovation and protecting people as well, and doing good science. And also so many opportunities for WS in China regarding robotics from another presenter's presentation, and regarding healthcare as well. And for WUS innovation, and possibly even testing robots in the WUAS educational services stores, testing and developing robots, and also potentially manufacturing robots in China at WUAS, in addition to opportunities to prospective WUAS students. I also learned that internet access in China is growing substantially from previous years, possibly around as many as 70% have some access, was a number I gleaned from this. 70% of 1.4 billion people. It's a lot of people. That was from a possible source of We Are Social. But there's another opportunity for World University and School too, and growing broadband internet access, WUS growing broadband internet access in China in some of these regards, and possibly through smartphones. The T-Mobile with a Universal Lifeline federal program in the United States, T-Mobile in California, Universal Lifeline project, collaborating with the company in Texas, Assurance, and making broadband with also a free smartphone available to eligible California residents, could become a program that could develop in China, and with the hotspot Wi-Fi broadband internet signal coming through the smartphone, and for potential matriculating WUAS students in China. Agenda item 4, this is regarding longevity genetics and as a frontier. Dear Harvard and MIT professor of genetics George Church and Dr. Rob Califf, chairman of the FDA, Food and Drug Administration in the USA, and Alex Plesa, a researcher at Harvard in a George Church laboratory, I think, working on aging reversal research. Friends, frontier in #extreme longevity questions. How to live for 123 years and what genes to add back into our body per this George Church 60 Minutes video, which is about 66 seconds long, an interview with Scott Pelley at 60 Minutes from around 2019 or 2018, which talks about adding genes back in, potentially to reverse aging in mice and dogs. How for humans to live for 123 years, so longer than the oldest documented living person ever. This is a frontier in extreme longevity aging questions. So a set of tweets in these regards. Dear George Church, Dr. Califf, FDA, Alex Plesa, frontier in #extreme longevity questions. How to live for 123 years and what genes to add per 60 Minutes, reversing aging video interview with George Church. I'd like to live to the year 2085. So I would be 123 in that year. I was born in 1960. And for my mother to live also beyond 123 years, for my mother to live to 148 years old. So she's 26 years older than I am. She was born in 1935. If I live to 123 in the year 2885 due to genetic drug therapies, and she were still alive, the year would be 2111 or around then, and she would be around 149 years old. And how to do so with a #realistic virtual Earth for longevity also. So think Google Street View with Time Slider, Google Maps, Google Earth, TensorFlow AI, potentially interoperable with our electronic health records, with our avatar agent electronic health records, with little Pegman in Google Street View, becoming our avatar agent electronic health records. On the digital side, interoperable with us as biological organisms, how to time slide forward to the year, digitally to the year 2085 with my electronic health record, avatar agent electronic health record, and with the genes, adding the genes back in to the electronic health record, avatar agent, and then uploading perhaps those genes to myself, my mother as individuals, all the people who might be interested in this, of the 7.9 billion people on the planet, for living up to and beyond 123 years of age, with a picture of my mother in her garden on 9/15/24. She's around 90 years old now, and some access to the George Church 60 Minutes, 1 minute long video as well. And in a related vein, another set of tweets, how to develop an aging reversal machine in a realistic virtual Earth hashtag realistic virtual earth, hashtag for aging reversal, and hashtag for extreme longevity, and with hashtag alpha fold 3 server for hashtag ML prediction of all hashtag life's molecules, which is a recent development from AlphaFold 3 server, and hashtag with genetic drug therapies, and Ray hashtag regarding hashtag G Street View with hashtag time slider, interoperable with avatar agent electronic health records. And this retweets Alex Places, a Harvard researcher in aging reversal, amazing image on Twitter of a clock going backward. So first of 8 tweets from Alex Places explaining his rigorous research approach to aging reversal at the, I think, molecular level. So first of 8 tweets, Alex Places' Twitter post reads, "Can we reverse aging? 7 years ago, Ocampo et al. Showed that partial reprogramming can ameliorate aging hallmarks. But OSKM, the 4 Yamanaka factors, OSKM induction has safety limitations, and no new factors have emerged since." And there's an article to a bioarchive.org scientific paper. We used screens to find new rejuvenation factors, 1 of 8. And I posted all of these 8 and a few more Twitter posts, related Twitter posts with their remarkable images as well, to my daily blog post yesterday, Sunday, September 15th, 2024, beginning mountain goat, which is a species native to North America. And check out this relatively recent aging reversal news. Alex Places posted these Twitter posts last December 2023. So this is some aging reversal news as well. Agenda item 5, a candid.org training. So Candid is an organization that provides essential nonprofit data and information. And as I understand it, it now owns guidestar.org, which also provides nonprofit related to the IRS, Internal Revenue Service, websites and similar knowledge and information for nonprofits, 501c3s, and related tax entities, and a training that Candid held, which I attended last week. And the Candid training was Introduction to Fundraising Planning for Nonprofit World University and School, like CC4, MIT, OCW, OpenCourseWare with Wikipedia, aka World Univ and School, and Canyon, California, 94516, and World University and School.org website address. So this is a potentially momentous next step, seminal next step for World University and School as a nonprofit. I've signed up on behalf of the nonprofit tax-deductible World University and School wing, our first wing, for 3 Candid webinars or meetings, both in September and October this autumn 2024. And this was the first one. And in that Candid now owns GuideStar, it was also kind of related to GuideStar as an affiliate of, or with its relationship with the IRS. And so it's a further legitimization, further credibility step for World University and School developing as a 501c3 tax-exempt legal entity at the US federal level to have taken this candid training and to be developing our World University and School tax-exempt, tax-deductible legal entity as a 501c3 further. And so this, I'm going to move now to the WS Corporation wing, the WS Press, the academic press at World University and School. This is our second wing, which also is planned in 200 countries and in 7,164 known living languages, and with astounding and remarkable potential synergies between the two wings. The nonprofit wing, World University and School, which I just talked about in agenda item 5, and the academic press at WUS, the WS Corporation wing, our second of two WS wings, planning WS educational services stores and an academic press for speakers of all 7,164 known living languages, potentially with parallels to Oxford University Press and coming out of 200 countries. So World University and School is seeking Chase Bank loans or similar, JP Morgan Chase Bank loans or similar for, this is agenda item A on the WS Corporation wing. Chase Bank loans are similar for the physical digital WUS educational services stores, robotics stores, bookstores, computer stores, retail stores, department stores, grocery stores, as a next step. And after my receiving on Saturday, September 14th, 2024, just 2 days ago, my new, possibly newly secure and private Chase credit card, which I learned on February 28th, 2024, about 6.5 months ago, had been summarily closed. I learned from a grocery store chain in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, that my credit card account is closed on 2/28/2024. Very strangely, very curiously, with poor communication and not from Chase credit card initially, and wondered whether it had to do with criminal Chase Bank employee activity in Chase Bank Wilkinsburg 15221 zip code in relationship to this trader grocery store chain, which now has in a way been resolved in my having received this new credit card from new Chase credit card, Chase Freedom Flex credit card on Saturday, 9/14/2024. Might the next step here be for WUAS Corporation Educational Services stores to receive Chase Bank loans? In a related vein, I've been attending Chase Bank, JP Morgan Bank curated coaching TAP, the acceleration project, Stanford Latino Business Action Network invited WUAS sessions. So with curated coaching TAP, with Chase Bank curated coaching TAP, since December of 2023, I've probably attended or signed up, registered for about 10 of these. Having recently received this new Chase credit card, might World University and School, might the WS Corporation, sorry, the second wing, soon receive Chase Bank loans for the WS Educational Services stores, robotics stores, bookstores, computer stores, the academic press, and for selling Lego robotics kits, of which we're authorized resellers of 3 Lego robotics kits, and in growing in 200 countries and in their main languages. And with Chase Bank, JP Morgan Chase Bank, having operations in about 100 out of 200 countries in the world. And further, even as World University and School, WUS Corporation, seeks to develop with a partnering email with Stanford MinePi cryptocurrency in World University and School, seeking to code for all 7.9 billion people on the planet, possibly to see if we can end poverty worldwide with UBI experiments of this, maybe for the billion poorest in the world out of the 8 billion people on the planet, and potentially to make it a main digital currency, this Stanford MinePi cryptocurrency, possibly emerging out of Chase Banks in 100 out of 200 countries, possibly emerging in WS Educational Services stores in all 200 countries. So that's agenda item A, A1, A2. Agenda item B. So in writing Society, Information Technology in the Global University book, to be published by the WS Press, potentially in 2024, possibly 2025, a set of tweets, a new motivation in writing hashtag Soch Infotech and the Global Univ at World University and School at WS Press, and the World University and School Infotech Network Society Global Univ webpage for this, to a new motivation in writing Society, Information Technology and the Global University, to, with WS Innovation, grow. So growing is the new motivation. Hashtag MIT OCW centric wiki World University and School, with hashtag flow, the psychology of optimal experiences, and regarding hashtag writer's block, and regarding asking hashtag Gemini AI, Gemini artificial intelligence, about this, how to navigate writer's block in writing a large book, hashtag AI and ML. Check out the Gemini AI response. I've posted a link to how Gemini artificial intelligence answered this question of how to write Society, Information Technology in the Global University with flow, the psychology of optimal experiences, and regarding what one might think of as writer's block. So that's the news and question and answer. Looking in my inbox to see if anyone might have sought to join this open WS News and question and answer. I'll post the recording of this WS News and question and answer for Monday, September 16th, 2024, to the main YouTube channel for World University and School presently. YouTube.com/Scott McLeod World University, and to the main Twitters, Twitter.com/WORLDUNIVANDSCH, and Twitter.com/WUAS Press, and to both blogs, scott-mcleod.blogspot.com and worlduniversityandschool.blogspot.com later today, and invite you to monthly business meeting this Saturday, September 21st at 12 noon Eastern Time. It's an hour long. It's loosely conducted in the manner of Quakers, Friends, with a focus on consensus. and 9 a.m. Pacific time. I think it's 9:30 p.m. India time. And until then, this Saturday, September 21st, at 12 noon, or following Monday, which I think might be the 23rd. September 23rd is the next WS News and Question and Answer for your answers, your questions at 10 a.m. Eastern Time, 7 a.m. Pacific Time, here, same time, same place. Keep in touch on Twitter and LinkedIn with your thoughts regarding growing World University in School. And if you have questions or know of prospective students who might be interested in matriculating as we grow with Google Pittsburgh, possibly in January of 2025, as World University in School, and I guess this is another agenda item for both wings, seeks to navigate and develop an organizational process to grow with Google, to build MIT OpenCourseWare-centric online wiki World University in School degrees with students studying from home and the degrees being free, with potentially Google with its 182,000 employees and it being in about 220 countries and territories per Google Street View. Until next time, see you later. Stay in touch on Twitter and LinkedIn. Bye for now. sgkmacleod@worlduniversityinschool.org is my email. worlduniversityinschool.org is the main current beginning website. Till next time.